Let's do it. Ronny Dahl, fourwheelinginwesternaustralia.com. Welcome to a different kind of adventure. We have a camp trailer, we have the cruiser, and off in the distance there is my family. So this is a family trip. Due to very high requests, people have asked me to do this, and now I'm finally doing it. Now the reason why I haven't done this in the past is because it's too hard to bring camera gear. However, with this trailer, it has allowed me to bring camera gear. So I have a dedicated spot inside that trailer for camera gear, and the kids take up the back seat. So in this video, you may not get as much driving as what you get in the other ones, because we are a solo vehicle, we're traveling solo. But what you will get is a good taste of how we family camp, and hopefully it will encourage you guys to go off grid, or get your families and partners off grid. Now when I'm talking off grid, that is in a place in the bush, on the beach, kind of remote, or can be remote, where there are no facilities, and we are able to do that with this and still have luxuries with us. This is a shower tent. We have a hot water system on board. We have a whole kitchen on board in this trailer. More on that a bit later. Also we have a porta potty. So this caters for the wives, the kids, everything. So stay tuned and see how we go.
We had breakfast.
No, we haven't.
Okay, well, can we still eat something, guys? Run! Oh, how did it fell over?
People often ask me, when you go camping with your family, do you arrive at night or in the dark like I do with all the other adventures? Well, the answer is yes and no. I will try my absolute best to get to camp in daylight, because it's not fun putting kids around that age into bed at night. It's not fun. So daytime is a priority. Alright, time to air down. We are roadside. We have a bit of an audience out there.
That out my sign though.
Right, we need that bag there, Sienna. The blue bag. That blue bag there. We're airing down, and we have a trailer as well. So right now we're on the back tyres. We're going to go quite low, but not too low yet. I will go extra low when we get to the beach, so we'll air down again. Right now, we're going to go down to about 15 in the front, 20 in the back, trailer right down to 15. We'll bogging down a bit, we might even go lower. A big mistake people do when they tow trailers is they don't lower their tyres on the trailer. People seem to forget about that, because you're actually dragging an anchor with you, so to speak, especially in boggy sand, mud, all that kind of stuff. So do lower your trailer tyres. Now you probably already noticed if you got kids, but keeping kids entertained on the road is a #1 priority, because it just makes the drive so much more pleasant, and it keeps your kids from fighting each other. Four-wheel driving in your solo vehicle, Make sure your partner actually knows how to full drive, in case you do something to your leg or something. You sprain an ankle, you're not going to be able to drive a manual. It's always good to have someone else in the vehicle who knows how to drive. My wife will be driving about 50% of this trip in the driver's seat, which is a great ratio because if anything goes wrong, like I just mentioned before, she will know how to use low range or high range in full drive and then get us out. Plus I get to relax a bit. We've jumped off the beach.
Hannah, open your window.
Now on our way to our camp spot. There's a bit of a climb here to get off. It's not too bad. I just want to mention how the trailer tracked really well down there. The wheel track is quite similar to mine. Oh, look at this. Let's do it. Do you think we can get back up?
Yeah.
What happens if we can't get back up?
We're stuck there forever.
Forever?
Yeah.
It's not a bad place to be stuck forever. So this is where we drive down in this valley. Really cool drive down, very tight. So if you're gonna, if you're a bit squeamish to scratching your car, don't go full driving basically. If you go full driving, you're gonna scratch your car, especially if you go like proper full driving where you want to go and actually see some things, not down and grab a road or something. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I'm just saying if you're a bit squeamish about getting scratches on your vehicle, this is one track you don't want to do. And a lot of people will say to me, oh, how do you keep your car so scratch free? I don't, you just don't really see them. There you go, there's all the scratches right here, all along there, all along here. There's a beauty there. Watch your Barbie, Hannah. This trailer is electronically braked. So I have a Tow Pro, Red Arc Tow Pro. So obviously you need a electronic brake controller to tow a trailer this way. And I have it here. So this actually helps me going down these hills as well, which comes in real handy. So you can sort of hit the back, but let your wheels still turn. Oh, we've got some wombat holes here. But yeah, this is actually a really hard track to get back up. We're twin locked, plenty of power, so we shouldn't have drama coming back up. I remember the first time we came down here in the Hilux, we were a bit worried, but we just did it. See what we could do.
Ships on the ocean and they were sailing by your
We
side
are.
and they trying.
We're through the worst part of the track and now we're on Easy Street coming down to the beach. Kids are loving it. It's cold, alright. So decision has been made. We are going to camp next to the stream High tide is coming in tonight. So that's going to come up to about that line there. I'm pretty confident of that because I've been here before. And this tide is actually lower than the one we had last time. So like I said, normally we camp down the middle there, but you can see the wind's coming through. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I can see sea spray coming right in through the guts there. There's no sea spray down here, so this would be perfect for a couple of days. Kids gonna love it, wife's happy, it's gonna be awesome. Here's camp. I'll quickly run you through I'll give you a brief look at the camp, and then tomorrow I'll run you through a proper Dot trailer. Dot 6 has a Hannibal tent on the roof. It's a 4-man tent. It's quite a big RTT or rooftop tent. And so that's all set out. Everything's out that's possible to pull out on that tent. Got our kayak here. We're right next to the fresh water. We got 2 of these helicopter mats here now. I bought one the other day. And over here is the kitchen that we have pulled out. Pretty cool. And then around here, I'll get this shower tent out tomorrow. I'll show you what that's like. It's so good. And then down here there's a chemical toilet, which I'll run you through as well, a bit more about tomorrow. It's all about convenience for your family, so they feel comfortable to come out, so they can have a shower, have a rinse off, go to the toilet, don't have to go dig a hole or something. Now, one thing I will point out is around here there's been a few fishermen, I'm guessing, that have come here. They've just done the deed behind the rock and not buried it, so I've actually walked around a bit and I've started to bury a few things. So it's quite disappointing really that people are still doing that. Just dig a hole. If you're going to go there and do your business, dig a bloody hole. Anyway, I clean up your mess. Myself and Sienna just going for a bit of a walk.
Hey,
you right
guys.
there?
Yeah, I'm right.
Hands and feet when you're not sure. Oh, check out the water coming through there.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, I heard you remember me with the tooth winch. Yeah, but this time, I'm at the beach.
She's referring to when we pull her tooth out.
Yep.
See, she's still alive. Oh, that was a snake or a lizard there. What is that?
Hopefully it's not a snake.
Looks like a lizard.
Is it a lizard?
Yeah.
What time? What time?
Not sure.
Yeah. Slippery here. I don't think I can go.
Both hands, that's it. Good job. Probably not the best shoes to do this in, but...
Not really.
Ooh, something tells me this would be good for fishing. Careful there. Don't go too close there. Stay back. Stay back.
Look at that water.
Don't make me jump in there for you. Day 2, just going for a bit of a stroll down the beach, and tonight we'll start packing a few things up because we're going to leave early in the morning and head off to Reef Beach. But for now, it's the middle of the day, so we've still got most of the day in this location. Alright, so Sienna just lost her tooth. Not by the winch this time. Lost at the beach. Tell us what happened.
So I was playing like, you know how you have this thing and it has a ball, like you throw it to each other and it has like that Velcro thing stuck
like
to
that
it?
thing there.
Yeah, like this. And then you have a tennis ball, you throw it to each other. I crashed into my sister with it and I lost my tooth, see?
Show us.
Now I look crazy to that.
There's your cool sister.
No tooth there. Mummy, look, I look crazy. No tooth here, no tooth there, no tooth there, no tooth there.
So there's a tooth on Stream Beach somewhere. That now makes, I reckon, you're part of this beach now. Do you realise that? You are part of this beach.
Probably, yeah.
Was that, oh, here's your tooth. Your big shark tooth.
Eee. That is a cuttlefish, silly.
So was that better than losing a tooth with a winch, or was the winch better?
Better than losing a tooth, like with the winch.
Yeah, because now you're part of the beach.
Yep. And it didn't hurt either.
So back to camp, as you can see. Camping with kids gets very messy. Now what I wanted to show you were two things. One was the shower and the other one was the kitchen. Alright, so everything you see here packs into this piece here. Like all these fold over and pack in and slides in to there. And here you have cargo storage in here. And this basically becomes a pantry. So that has all our food in it. And then over here, that's where I've packed the grab me gear, utensils and everything. And more food. And more food. Coffee as well. We're actually running these coffees here to like a tea bag. Really handy actually. So all we need to do is boil water. Really handy. And the other thing I wanted to show you was the shower tent. So there's a shower rose up here. Let's go inside. So this is basically the Alucab shower tent that's attached to this one here. And we have all our stuff in here, so you can put like your... So to work the shower, just turn it, and then at the same time, it starts off cold, but there's a heater out here, a Juka heater, and it's heating it up. So now we're at, oh yeah, I can feel it now, 30, what have we got there, 34 degrees. You can turn it down a bit, that's getting a bit too hot. Put the Dahl, and here you have a shower. Man, that is the luxury to have at the beach. That is so cool. So I had the shower this morning, and look, just having this shower, it just changes everything about camping really. You get all freshened up. Bring a lot of snap-lock bags with us, which are in here. So snap-lock bags, I'm close to running out because we've been using them heavily, because when you're cooking with kids, sometimes you cook, well, you don't cook enough because you don't think they'll eat that much, and other times you cook too much and then they waste a whole heap of stuff. So with pasture and kids food, snap-lock bags come in handy because whatever's left over, throw in the bag and it's there for tomorrow for lunch or for later that evening even. Camping in a situation like this is also a good way for kids to learn not to waste water and stuff, because you have limited amount of water on board and then you realise how much water you actually waste at home because you have unlimited supply. Out here you have a limited supply of everything, so kids learn to be less wasteful too, which is really good.
I would buy a box of crackers, please.
You just saw me pull the corn out of the water, so instead of ditching the water, if you want to save the water, just cook pasta in the water you just did the corn in. And if you have a kid like we do, who doesn't like eating much variety, well, they're going to get nutrients and vitamins infused from the corn into the pasta. So there you go.
Bring you across the plate.
So this was the last day here with the fresh water. We got up at 6:30 a.m. and breakfast down, all the kids and everything packed up, packed away, and we had the Taj Mahal out pretty much. Look, we did pack half the kitchen up last night, but most of the stuff was out. And so about 2 hours, all packed up, and now we're going to hitch it up and see how we go getting up that hill. Had a wheel left there. So in worst case scenario, if someone comes the other way, then we have to stop. Alright, so we're pretty much at the peak, well not really, the peak's right there. Our next stop now is Reef Beach. Now we are not going to touch the highway all the way there. I know a few back tracks we can take and a few farm trails or a few fire breaks which we're going to take. And there's a lot of kangaroos and emus along this track, so specifically doing it so the kids can have a look at some wildlife. But how's that for a view? We are about to attempt one of my classic shortcuts, also known as a long cut. Actually, let's just go the other way.